Welcome to WWE Attitude Years 2000, where Triple H buried everyone. The Raw.
What's up, everyone? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the Hot Commodity Ant C, and I'm joined by my own personal hot commodity.
That's me.
That's the Smoking Ant B, and there's no one else I'd rather jump into this time machine than with him. We are getting ready to say goodbye to the current landscape of WWE, pretending like there's no deal with Saudi Arabia right now. And we're going back to the Attitude Years, Season 4, covering all things 2001. You could check out our past seasons 1 through 3 in the archives, covering December 97 to December 2000. And before we dive into Raw is War, I want to give a little input on what the climate was happening during that time, what was going on January 8th, 2001, which is the Raw that we're covering that day. Specifically, there are some events that took place, and I wanted to get your input on some of these things here. First up in music news, Jermaine Jackson announced that the Jackson 5 will record and tour again. I never knew that this happened, and I didn't know that they toured after.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I thought this was pretty cool. I actually want to look up on YouTube maybe some of the performances that they did in the early 2000s. But it must not have been that great because we've never heard about it.
Yeah. Well, I know that Michael Jackson got the VMA Vanguard that year, I think, for his birthday at the VMAs. So I don't know, maybe there is a new album coming out. We'll have to see. Another news item here, a $30 million a year illegal gambling ring was raided in Brooklyn. So these people were making good money. We should have got in on that.
Yeah, I wish.
$30 million a year they were getting. That's crazy.
Yeah. Saudi money.
Saudi money. Celebrity news, Melanie Griffith. She's known as, right, well, now the mother of Dakota. I think her last name is Johnson. She was in the 50 Shades of Grey movies. She was also married to Antonio Banderas and Don Johnson. Anyways, she speaks about her painkiller addiction and comes clean about her trials and tribulations through all of that and overcoming it, speaking out for the first time. Melanie Griffith is very sexy still. She was also in Now and Then. She plays the blonde adult in the movie.
Okay. I know I've seen that. I just don't remember what it's about.
I'll show you later. Also on January 8th was the American Music Awards for the year 2001. And this is significant because on the red carpet, Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake are together. They're dating, but they're also rocking matching full denim outfits. It's a famous picture from the 2000s that everyone looks at and laughs about. And fucking Britney and Justin were an item back then. And I guess denim was in. But speaking on the
Very
actual
gay.
Yes, very gay. Speaking of the actual awards, though, Artist of the Year went to NSYNC. Surprisingly, they beat Backstreet Boys. Pop Rock Artist went to Kid Rock.
That's
Pop
cool.
Rock Female Artist went to Faith Hill. Uh, Favorite band was the Backstreet Boys. Favorite new band was Three Doors Down. And in R&B, we have male R&B winner Brian McKnight, female R&B Tony Braxton, and
Back at one.
back at one. And the best girl group of the AMAs award goes to Destiny's Child. So definitely early 2000s stuff happening here. Let's dive into, now that we've talked about what was happening on that day, we're covering Raw Is War from San Jose, California on January 18th, 2001. And this is coming off a SmackDown where Vince McMahon called the main event match down the middle. He counted the pinfall for Stone Cold Steve Austin to advance tonight to take on Kurt Angle for the WWF Championship. So Vince comes out and says, I have a New Year's resolution of respecting authority. There's one individual who does not respect authority at all. And he shows footage of The Rock giving a rock bomb to the two referees on SmackDown. And he announces that The Rock will learn to respect authority here tonight. The Rock plus two partners will compete in a handicap match against Rikishi and Kane, and those two partners will be hand-picked referees. So The Rock is going to have to pretty much compete in a two-on-one handicap match. As far as Stone Cold Steve Austin is concerned, I'm a new man. I made a New Year's resolution to be fair in everything I do. If two men like Vince and Stone Cold Steve Austin can get along, then why can't the Republicans and Democrats get along? I believe in leadership by example. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out and he says, leadership by example. What are you talking about? I don't trust you one bit, and I'm going to stick with DTA. You say you change. I'm not buying that BS either. A jackass can't change its spots. You stay out of my life, and I'll let you continue yours. Tonight, I'm whooping Kurt Angle's ass. And then WWF Champion Kurt Angle comes out and says, why are you always talking? I take exception that you assume the gold is yours for the taking. At Armageddon, whose hand was raised? Mine. I'm not going to lose my title to a beer drinking redneck. And then Kurt Angle attacks Stone Cold Steve Austin from behind with the WWF Championship, and the commentators are playing it like Vince looked a little upset that Kurt did that. But rocky start here to Raw. Kurt Angle laying out Austin from behind, but Austin's definitely going to get his hands on Angle. What do you think about this opening here with Vince talking about how, I'm going to line the deck up against The Rock, and I'm going to try to work things out with Stone Cold here. What do you think?
I don't know. I still obviously feel like it's bullshit. So, um,
So we have Stone Cold and Austin set for Stone Cold and Kurt Angle set for our main event tonight with Angle laying out Austin. Our first match, we have a six-man tag match, Chris Jericho and the Hardy Boys with Lita taking on the Radicalz with Terry. So Chris Jericho and the Hardy Boys with Lita taking on the Radicalz with Terry here. The Hardys land a double suplex of Perry Saturn. Perry lands a brainbuster at Jeff. Chris Jericho tosses Terry off the apron and then backslides Chris Benoit to get the 3 count victory. Chris Jericho now has a pinfall victory over the Intercontinental Champion. After the match, though, Malenko grabs a mustard and soda cart and pours it all over Lita. And yeah, so two things: Jericho should get an Intercontinental title shot, and Lita gets poured with fucking mustard on her face.
and I don't get why he would do that. He's trying to get her so hard, and then he fucking does that to her.
Well,
That's
because he
not
knows
going
he
to turn
doesn't
around.
stand a chance, so he's just trying to fucking embarrass her now because he's embarrassed. So he's just trying to get back at her, but it's
Yeah.
stupid. Moving on, Stephanie McMahon Helmsley is talking to referees about their match backstage, and she picks Teddy Long and Jack Doan to be the Rock's partners. Lita then is seen getting into the shower, and we see Dean Malenko sneaking in to kind of watch. He then sees Lita actually nude in the shower, and the Hardys attack Dean in the locker room, and they pretty much set his leg in between the, like, what would you call it? Like,
In the leg tape, the table,
yeah,
the leg
in
of the
between the
table.
legs of the table, and they like slam Dean Malenko's legs. So Dean tried to get a little sneaky peek at Lita.
He was trying to get some footage for his spank bank.
Yeah, the light heavyweight champion, man. But we're seeing some sophomoric shit here, who doesn't want to see Lita halfway nude, but you know.
Oh, I
So
think she was fully nude. You could see her right through that curtain.
we get an
Maybe
interview.
maybe
Go
she had
ahead.
a thong on.
Probably. Who cares though? It's fucking Lita. She's gonna be naked in about 5 years from this. Chyna gives an interview with Michael Cole, and she's talking about how disappointed she is that the doctors don't want her to compete. And she says that tonight she's gonna watch Billy Gunn beat Val Venis, and she hopes that that bitch Ivory gets involved because Billy has something for her. So Chyna still can't compete, but it's good to see her. That leads us to the special lumberjack match. Val Venis with the right to censor against Billy Gunn. Early in the match, Billy lands a jackhammer, and the APA toss Ivory into the ring. That allows Billy to hit Val with a sleeper slam, and Billy Gunn gets the victory. And after the match, we kind of get a small little Royal Rumble of ourselves with all the lumberjacks getting involved. But at this point, I just want to see Chyna come back. I don't give a fuck about Billy Gunn defending her anymore. I want to see the Ninth Wonder of the World come back and fuck up right to censor. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the same thing. They keep doing like, different variations of the match, and I just want to see China come back. And looking back at what we know, this was probably Triple H and China's little last hurrah together.
Yeah, their little vacation time
Yeah,
off. He's exploring the nether regions of Asia. We have
something.
a handicap match now. Kane and Rikishi against the team of The Rock, Teddy Long, and Jack Doan. Early on in the match, Rikishi splashes Teddy Long in the corner and gives him the stink face. The Rock decides to low blow Rikishi and lands a clothesline. Kane then shoves the referee that's calling the match, and then Kane goes on to choke slam Jack Doan, and Rikishi splashes Teddy Long. So The Rock and the referees get the DQ victory after the assault by Rikishi and Kane. Undertaker makes a save, and there's a choke slam to Kane, and Rock lands a rock bottom to Rikishi, and this smells like a tag team match between the four guys here. But the refs put up a little bit of a fight. I mean, they helped The Rock a teeny tiny bit, but they
I mean,
stood
the
no
only way it
chance.
would have been fair is if Earl Hebner was in that fight. Then it would have been fair.
Yeah, because he has a twin brother that could have helped out.
Something.
But yeah, I mean, fun stuff to see this, but during the Royal Rumble time, you're not going to get a lot of storylines because everyone's booked for the Rumble match. So you're seeing a lot of different rivalries intermix right now. We have Hardcore
Yeah.
Champion Raven defending against Steve Blackman. During the match, Hardcore Holly comes out and attacks both men with trash can lids, but Raven gets the win after I'm spraying the fire extinguisher in Hardcore Holly's face and pins him after Blackman, Holly, and Raven brawl to the backstage area, and that smells like a triple threat coming your way. I like the hardcore matches a bit better now that Raven's involved in it, and we're not seeing a lot of Al Snow involved. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. They have gotten better with Raven, but I just don't, they're very, it's the same shit over the same couple people. The Hollies, Steve Blackman, now Raven. But like it would be good if they like switched it up and gave it to somebody who you wouldn't really expect to have it. But we'll see what happens.
We'll see. WWF Tag Team Champions Edge and Christian come out to the ring, and they're shit talking the Dudley Boys because they have a title match at Royal Rumble. Christian says, "We know the Dudleys love tables, and that they have bad body odor, but we didn't know that much about their family." And then Edge says, "To beat them again, we took a trip to Dudleyville. Well, please welcome Mother Faye and Brother Levon." And these are a fat white lady and an older black gentleman. They're dressed up like the Dudley Boys. They come out. They're supposed to be the parents of the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian mock them. They show baby pictures of the Dudley Boys, and then the real Dudleys come out, and Edge and Christian run off. The Dudleys landed 3D to Levon and a what's up to Mother Faye, and then Bubba Dudley lands a super power bomb to his own mother through a table.
What? Funny, there's actually a Dudley town in Connecticut, and it's a haunted place, and somebody bought it, and it's like all fenced off. You can't go in it, but there actually is a town called Dudley Town.
Dudley Town, USA. Well, fun stuff here. I mean, Edge and Christian keep fucking with the Dudleys. I mean, their time might be up at the Royal Rumble, but good attitude or stuff. Getting that old bitch she probably works at Walmart. Where like, yo, lady, come be the mother, and she went for a ride of her
Yeah.
life here on Raw. We get
I
a
thought we were gonna get Spike Dudley. That's what I thought was coming, but
uh
I was wrong.
We get a promo for The Rock and Bill Gates. They're introducing the Xbox gaming system, which is still alive and kicking today. It's interesting that The Rock was there for the unveiling of it. We then see Vince McMahon telling Stephanie McMahon Helmsley to leave and help him get his referee to get his shirt or something like that. And Stephanie comes back to Vince's office, and Trish comes out of the bathroom. Stephanie's
Thank you,
upset.
Trish.
Thank you, Trish. Stephanie's upset that Trish is in Vince's locker room, and she books Trish in a 2-on-1 handicap match with Trish and Albert against Test. And then she's like, "I heard you're used to 2-on-1." So basically calling Trish a
Oh,
slut. I mean, why are you mad that your dad's hooking up with Trish? Like, you don't like your mom. You're a bitch. Maybe I mean, Dudleyz doesn't trust Trish because Trish is just trying to, move up the ladder, but still, Stephanie's playing that vengeful daughter role quite a bit.
Well, I also think even though she talks shit about the mom, she doesn't want to see her dad with Trish Stratus.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't either because I'd want to be with her.
All right. Thank you.
Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler discuss Tough Enough, and they tell everyone how they could be a part of the WWF. They have to go online, and eventually Tough Enough will become a reality show broadcast on MTV, and we'll talk about that as we get more towards it. Next, we just mentioned this Test taking on Albert and Trish Stratus in a handicap match. Albert lands a military slam to Test, and then Test big boots Albert. WWF European champion William Regal comes out and nails Test in the face. We don't know what he hits him with. Albert lands an Albert bomb, and Trish and Albert get the win. We see Stephanie's pissed that William Regal interfered on the behalf of Trish, and she yells at Vince. So more stuff to kind of get the whole Trish Vince McMahon angle going. But man,
Well, we
Trish,
also saw Vince running through backstage, so it
yeah,
leads you to think he was looking for someone to help her.
good pick with William Regal. He just got fucked up by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Speaking of Austin, our main event, WWF Champion Kurt Angle defending against Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I will say for Raw back in the day, their matches weren't that long. A lot of stuff was more for storyline, but this is a really good match, bell to bell. Austin lands a gauntlet suplex for a 2 count. He then tosses Angle to the floor and slams Angle into the announce desk and sends Angle over the railing. William Regal runs out with a lead pipe, but Austin hits Regal with a steel chair. Austin jumps off the railing with a clothesline to Angle in the crowd. Angle lands a belly to belly to Stone Cold 4 times, but Austin kicks out. Austin lands a stunner, and then out of nowhere, the cerebral assassin Triple H returns, pulls the referee out of the ring, and punches him. So the match is made a no contest. Stone Cold is not the WWF champion thanks to Triple H. After Triple H and Austin brawl, and then Triple H nails Stone Cold Steve Austin 3 times in the head with a lead pipe. Austin is bleeding, and Triple H stands over Austin to end Raw. So Triple H is back. He wants to get revenge on Austin for injuring him. And this is just, Austin's going to be livid that Triple H cost him. What'd you think?
Yeah, this definitely got me psyched for the Royal Rumble because we really don't know what's happening. It's not set yet, Austin versus Kurt, right? Kurt doesn't have a match yet.
No, Kurt doesn't have a
So
match.
we don't know who exactly who's gonna face him. It could be Triple H, it could be Austin. Who knows? The Undertaker's thrown in there often, Kane, The Rock. And also this leads me to believe that if Triple H returned this week, I feel like maybe we'll get Chyna very soon too.
Well, we did see Chyna in a promo package earlier.
In the promo, right.
So maybe she's back. They're back from their vacation in the southern regions of Asia.
Yeah.
What would you say would be the attitude or moment of the night for you that you would go back and watch again?
Well, 2, I would say what's her name? Lita getting the mustard.
Yeah, the nude shower scene by Lita featuring Dean Malenko and the Hardy Boys.
And with the nude shower scene. And I would say like Vince and Austin, like their promos, him, them talking.
I like the Triple H coming out and attacking Austin with the lead pipe.
Yeah.
I know what's coming up, and I'm excited for you to see that. I'm excited for all of you guys tuning in to continue to take this road with us back in time in our time machine. You could check out past episodes in the archives. I mentioned that earlier. We also cover all things WWE, so you could check out SmackDown, Raw, and NXT recaps. WrestlePalooza is a week away. I'm excited. The return of AJ Lee after 10 years competing in the WWE. We've got TNA. We also have AEW stuff coming your way. So make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. And stay tuned because more Attitude Era stuff is coming your way. Until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.